Welcome to JMW's Inside Man YouTube channel from JMW Solicitors. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and keep the conversation going in the comments section as well. Please also download the new JMW Inside Man podcast available from your podcast provider. Now, it's being called the case of the decade. The case that's been known as the Wagath Christie case has been decided. Rebecca Young is a partner at JMW Solicitors and specialises in defamation. So, Rebecca, what's happened in the case?
Back in October 2019, Coleen Rooney posted on her public Instagram, Facebook and Twitter a post in which she alleged the now infamous words, "It's Rebekah Vardy's account." And that was an allegation that Rebekah Vardy's was behind stories that had been posted on Coleen's private Instagram account and that they found their way into the media and into the press. Coleen Rooney alleged that she carried out an investigation over a number of months during which she had narrowed down who was able to view her private Instagram account. And from that, she'd been able to identify that the stories that made their way into the press, they'd all been viewed by this one account, Rebekah Vardy's account, and that then led to the infamous post. We learned during the trial that Coleen hadn't shared this investigation with anybody, not even her husband, Wayne Rooney, was said to know about this investigation that she was carrying out. Rebekah Vardy denied the allegations, and that then led to the issue of proceedings which were brought by Rebekah Vardy in respect of this post.
So for anybody watching who's perhaps not quite sure what defamation is, what is it, Rebecca?
Defamation is the publication of a statement that has caused or is likely to cause serious harm to an individual's reputation. And by that we mean it's a publication of a statement which may cause others to shun or avoid you, to subject you to ridicule, or where your standing might be lowered in the eyes of a reasonable person. In a nutshell, there is a two-stage test, and that is, what do the words complained about mean? And secondly, is that meaning defamatory, i.e. caused or likely to cause serious harm to the claimant's reputation? And in this case, there was what is called a preliminary hearing to determine the issue of meaning. So what did the post, the words contained within that post, mean? And that was determined back in November of 2020. And Mr. Justice Warby, as he then was, determined that the meaning of the post was as follows: that over a period of years, Ms. Vardy had regularly and frequently abused her status as a trusted follower of Ms. Rooney's personal Instagram account by secretly informing the Sun newspaper of Ms. Rooney's private posts and stories, thereby making public, without Ms. Rooney's permission, a great deal of information about Ms. Rooney, her friends and family, which she did not wish to be made public. So what the judge had to decide at trial, in circumstances where Coleen Rooney had already conceded that that single meaning, as we refer to it, is defamatory, is could she rely upon a defence of truth, i.e. the post and the words contained within that post were substantially true, or a defence of public interest in the publication. So that was the issue that the court had to determine.
So was Coleen Rooney found to be telling the truth?
Yes, Dom, in essence, and today's judgment, which we'll get into a bit more next week, is particularly damning of Rebekah Vardy and the evidence that she gave. The judge found that Coleen Rooney was able to show that the post was substantially true, but she could not rely upon the public interest defence. You might recall during the period of time that Rebekah Vardy was giving evidence, which was over a couple of days, that she found that experience to be particularly distressing. The judge made particularly damning findings in regards to that evidence that was given by Rebekah Vardy, stating that it was unfortunately necessary to treat that evidence with considerable caution, as there were what described as many inconsistencies, and her evidence was found to be evasive and implausible. In contrast, Coleen Rooney was found to have given honest and reliable evidence. And the court also touched upon what were described as being gaps in the evidence, and specifically the issues of the absence of Caroline Watts, Rebekah Vardy's former agent, missing WhatsApp messages between Caroline Watts and Rebekah Vardy, and the now infamous North Sea incident where Rebekah Vardy's agent or former agent, Miss Watts' telephone ended up being lost at sea in August of 2021. And the court determined that the loss of that documentary evidence was deliberate rather than accidental.
So was Rebekah Vardy and her former agent passing information to the media?
Yes, in short, the court found that Rebekah Vardy, together with her former agent, Caroline Watts, were party to the disclosures that were made to The Sun, and that Coleen Rooney had successfully proven that the single meaning was substantially true.
Thank you for your insight, Rebekah, and I'm sure there are more videos to come about Wagath Christie. And if you'd like some advice from Rebekah in relation to media law, you can email insideman@jmw.co.uk or call 0161 82 81 999. Please also subscribe to the JMW Inside Man YouTube channel and download the new JMW Inside Man podcast available from your podcast supplier. I'm Dominic Walker, JMW's Inside Man.